The Pioneers continue their regular season, their third game at home and overall, and their first road game. They're going to face Hobart, a rematch of the championship, which was the last meeting, which I abbreviated to LM. I'm just going to do that now. It's easier, especially if they met in overtime, so I don't have to, and I could shrink it a little. Just graphic stuff. I just like how it looks a little better. Hobart leads a series of 25 wins. Utica's 18. I think there was 5 ties. I didn't put that on. I probably should have, but graphics already made. Hobart averages 3.08 goals, which is better than I think it was 3.77 or 3.66 that Adrian averaged against Utica all the time. Utica averaged 2.66 against Hobart. And this is going to be a matchup. Hobart's got 2 fantastic goalies, which I think was part of the problem Utica lost last week, was goaltending that knew them very well. But they also just did stuff to hang their goalies out to dry. In the first game, there was just little mistakes and so many odd man breaks. So many odd man breaks that shouldn't have been allowed. And moments where I was just like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not used to seeing Utica not play like this. They didn't play their game after the first period. They came out swinging. Adrian adapted, spaced the ice, and Utica fell apart. They couldn't stop it. They weren't stepping up as well on the PK. They couldn't capitalize on the power play at all during the weekend. And it was rough. Like, they had, 7, 8 power plays and no scores. So they're 0 for on the power play so far. And with the units they have, I don't see why they are. I don't see why they couldn't score in a power play. But it's also about their play style. It seems like they haven't molded to the Gary system yet, which is going to take time. Obviously, the chemistry is still getting there at that high of a speed. Obviously. And it may be a time thing. Goalie may not be figured out because they did play Frank Murphy in the second game, which he didn't play that bad as the score indicates, because at the second game, which I wasn't at, but I watched back after the fact because I missed the first few goals. The first one was a giveaway, or not a giveaway, but stick lift turned into an odd-man rush 1-on-0. Second one, a puck thrown to the middle in the D zone where no one was there. Murphy did come out a little far to play it, but still, it's another one of hanging your goalie out to dry. You take those 2 away, it's a different game. Two mistakes that shouldn't have been made. That they wouldn't be made at the end of the year is kind of what I'm trying to say. It's like a polished team doesn't make that right now. Almost no team is polished. No team is perfect. Utica, it's good for them to get the mistakes out early, but not against these teams. And if they play like they did against Adrian, I think they're going to lose to Hobart. Because goaltending is... I said last games that goaltending was the key. This is going to be the same thing. Goaltending will be the key. While Hobart does return some good players, good skaters, their key is their goaltending. Because I think last year they were above average skaters, but top 10 goalies in D3. And that's what set them apart. Curry, good skaters, goalie set them apart, who is now lighting it up at Cornell. I'd love to see it from Soderblom. And I'm even rooting for him. But goaltending can take you from a good team and make you a great team. And right now, I think the goaltending is on par with the team, which is at good. They need to get to great in some way, whether it's finding the cohesion and skaters start to play their game and not somebody else's game like Adrian's where they're spacing the ice, or the goaltending takes that step and locks in and you have shut down goaltending. It's going to take one of those two. So we'll see what happens tonight. I mean, I have faith that they can do it at home. I think there's the possibility for them to do it at home. I think Hobart's different on the road. Against Elmira, in Elmira, the score was 3-1, and it seems like from looking at the box score, which doesn't tell the whole story, understandably, but from the little looks of the box score I have, it seems like that was a closer game than in the cooler where Geneseo hangs 6 and shuts out, or not Geneseo, Hobart hangs 6 and shuts out Elmira. So I think this home game is the best chance for Utica. I don't know if they're going to win either of these games. If they don't, it's going to be a rough start because the Pioneers have never been 0-4 in program history. And I think this is one of the hardest stretches in program history. I think that's why. With a team that is built on filling the holes with transfers from D1 that have not fully found their spot yet. But I don't know. The lineup's not out yet, so we don't know who will play, but we know roughly who will play. The extra skater will probably be a defenseman, probably be Procius if it stays in line against Adrian. Really, I don't. Right now, there's no guessing what the line combos could be because they could be 1,000 different things, especially early in the year with Coach Heenan. He loves to move around the lines and tweak and tweak and tweak. So we'll see. I still think they have a shot. And like some people may say they do, they don't have the best shot, but they don't have no shot at all, is what I'm trying to say. So we'll see how this goes. They should play hopefully good. The key is going to be Curtin or Murphy, whoever's in net, for both games. The key could also be, if it doesn't come down to goaltending, it's just going to be every skate. It's going to be the teams in general if it doesn't come down to the goalies, because special teams. Because if Utica's power play comes alive, if given opportunities, they can take it. They had opportunities against Adrian. If they score on those power plays, it's a different game the first game against Adrian. And maybe even the second. So they just have to lock in and find a way, whether it's through goaltending or through power plays, to capitalize, and they will win. Will they do that? I don't know. Let's hope. Go Pioneers. If anyone's going, I'll see you at the rink.